get it to Jordan, coming off the screen. Pass Curry, knocks inside, and he punches it down right over Mourning. Oh, my goodness, what a finish. Hello and welcome everyone to Chicago, Illinois. Tonight we rewind the early 90s for a contest between two of the most exciting teams of that era. The brash and aggressive young Charlotte Hornets taking on the preeminent team in the NBA, the Chicago Bulls.
And the Hornets, a relative newcomer, both the franchise, which was started in 1988, and the players. They led this team to its first ever playoff appearance in '93, making it to the second round.
They look to knock off a team in the Chicago Bulls that we find in the midst of its first championship three-peat, a powerhouse ball club if ever you saw one.
And as always, this Bulls team revolves around the Hall of Fame talents of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen at shooting guard and small forward, respectively.
But if the Hornets are to find an edge in this one, it would have to be on their front line with the athletic and imposing combination of Larry Johnson at power forward and Alonzo Mourning at center.
What is going on with you, YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video, and this is my NBA 2K12 unlocking the NBA's greatest NBA Legend series. This is, I believe it's 1993, the Chicago Bulls versus the Charlotte Hornets. I wouldn't say this was really a rivalry, but, you know what I mean, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson were definitely a formidable duo. They did give the Bulls some problems, I think, in the regular season. But that's when the game looks real good, man. Those fast breaks where, you know, your guy cuts to the basket and you make a good pass, man. The game looks good in those moments and feels good. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. But, yeah, man, I love playing these NBA greatest moments. This is the Unlock the Michael Jordan one, and it just, you know what I mean, brings you back, especially if you're an old school basketball fan. But when the computer wants to score, they score. Because he should have never made that shot, man. Like that, I don't know. Sometimes they just cheese so much. And this is what I like doing. When I use Michael Jordan, he's so easy to score with on this game that, I mean, I don't always want to get to the rack. I like watching his fadeaway. His fadeaway and his just regular jumper. Like, I like watching it. And it's hard to play with a Michael Jordan team and not try to score every bucket with him. But look how long Alonzo Mourning's free throw is. Like, this is real life. Like, he used to dribble, then he wiped the sweat off his face, then he dribble again. Like, NBA 2K12 got his routine down. Like, you're only allowed 10 seconds to shoot a free throw, man. He used to use every bit of that 10 seconds. But, yeah, this is, you know what I mean, regular Dave fashion where I let the game get out of hand. Look at Will Perdue, man. Like, he was nailed to the ground. I was playing defense. They would not let me guard him. He crossed me over there and dunked. Alonzo Mourning, man, one of the true great centers of all time, a defensive beast. And this is Stephen Curry's dad. For all y'all that really aren't old enough to follow basketball from back in this day, Dale Curry, man, he could shoot. Dale Curry could just light it up. That's where Stephen Curry gets it from, man. It must be in the genes because he lights me up in this game. But, man, Muggsy Bogues, man, look how small that dude is. And this is more, man, I'm going to show y'all a lot of clips, man. Dale Curry just went bananas, just went just crazy on me. Like, he had just as many points as Michael Jordan as at halftime. Like, that's how crazy he went. They went up by, I think, almost 20 on me. And I was starting to get frustrated, man, because they just start doing stuff. Like, look at Lil Muggsy. Like, I thought that was pretty good defense. Pippen's long and Muggsy made it over him, man. It's a miracle that he's playing with these Giants. So I can't really be that mad. But look at Mike, man. This is like classic Mike. Like, to me, Mike is the definition of swagger. Like, he didn't have to do all this. And this is real life. Like, he could have laid that up. He could have dunked it. But he would always scoop it and release it at the last second and toss it over his head. He's like the definition of swagger, man. He had a swagger that nobody has ever repeated. In my opinion, nobody has ever duplicated or will be able to. But if you know anything about Larry Johnson, man, this is how it goes down. When this dude got a full head of steam, you were getting dunked on, especially in his UNLV days. When he's running down the court, and you better not get in his way, man. When I think of Larry Johnson, I think of his Converse, man. They had this, you know what I mean, little gimmick called the React Juice, and it was like this little bubble in your shoe. It didn't do a thing, but that's Dale Curry just doing all kind of moves on me. But it didn't do a thing, but they called it the React Juice. I had me a pair. Of course, when you're a kid, you buy into that marketing. So, yeah, let's see. leave some comments if you remember Larry Johnson, the Converse, the React Juice joints. But yeah, man, as y'all see, every time I show the score, it's getting increasingly worse. I was like, man, I was ready to bust an iPod King Carter and just throw my controller at the wall. I know y'all heard that story. I know y'all watched that video where he was talking about him throwing his controller at the wall. But that's because Dell Curry, like, I couldn't stop him. Like, he could shoot, but he wasn't a force like this, I don't think. And that's Scottie Pippen, man. This little trick never works. Like, just running around a computer in this game, you can't do that. And that, like, every now and then it'll happen, but most of the time they'll cut you off like they should. But every now and then you get that little where you could just get a real easy bucket. And I think this is more Dell Curry just busting me up, like, off the glass. Like, really, I could not stop Dell Curry. I guess, you know what I mean? Now we know where Stephen gets it from, man. It's in the genes. But they're up by a grip, man. They're up by like 16 points. And they start, man, when the computer starts stringing together triple moves and double moves and everything else, look, he got that fire next to his name. Look, Scottie's all up on him. Scottie's long. And look at that move. Like, good Lord. When they start stringing up triple moves, double move, up and under, crossovers, step backs, it's like you helpless. You may as well put the controller down. Don't throw your controller against the wall or on the ground and have it bounce back up at you like iPod King Carter. Just put it down, let him score, because that's what's going to happen. That's MJ at the half, man. It's hard not to try to score all your points with him. It did get me in a bit of trouble because now I'm down by a lot. But classic regular day fashion, man, I make a comeback as usual. And that's Scottie, man. He was clutch. He hit a lot of big shots. You know what I mean? I know he's remembered for refusing to go in the game because they didn't call the play for him. They called it for Tony Kukoc in the playoffs. And that's John Paxson, who hit a lot of big threes. He resulted from a lot of wide open threes from them doubling Michael Jordan. And really, like, Kendall Gill just dunked it on my head like crazy. But he could dunk like that. Kendall Gill has some ups, and he could bang it on you. I think he got into MMA or boxing after his career or something like that. I do want to say. I might want to look into that. I don't want to just be on here lying, but I think he did get into boxing or MMA. This is the end of the quarter. Okay, after I looked at the video, I was like, what was I thinking? How come I didn't kick it to Scottie? He was wide open for the three, but I had made up my mind I was going to shoot it with Mike. I'm starting to close the gap in this game, man. I'm starting to take over and dominate with Mike and Scottie because I do not want to play this game again. I'm like, man, I don't want to go through this again because I don't know. Playing Charlotte, this is not like a super rivalry, but that's Alonzo Mourning, one of the true, last back to the basket centers. You got him, you got Shaq, you got Pat Ewing, you got Dwight Howard. After that, man, like nobody plays that way anymore. Like, it just no back to the basket. You got to have, mid-range game. You almost have to be able to shoot threes like Dirk. And I'm gonna quit saying his name, man, because we already know who that is and what he did to me. That's ridiculous. Like, he just abused me. But that's Mike, man, almost getting a steal, but we end up getting a steal, and man, this was something to see. Mike on a breakaway, all the cameras should be going off. But this didn't really look like a classic Mike dunk. Mike used to, like, kind of use a little less aggression. He would have been cocked to the side a little more. It would have had more style to it. But, you know what, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'm only down by 2. I got, you know what I mean? Anytime I see Muggsy on Mike, I'm posting him up. But this is B.J. Armstrong, man. He's another person who benefited from a lot of wide open threes, and he had a crazy 3-point percentage in a year, man. He shot like over, I don't know. I heard the announcer say it, man. That's one of the cool, here we go again. That's one of the cool things about this game is the commentary, man, because the announcers during these games tell you a lot of facts that you didn't know. And that is Scottie Pippen coming through on the help defense, running the break, man. He was the main ball handler in the triangle, and Mike didn't have a lot of range, but, you know what I mean, if you left him open for a 3, he was going to make it. You could ask the Portland Trailblazers a la the shoulder shrug. And this is Alonzo Mourning, man. They were down by 3. He gets the dunk and the foul because Bill Cartwright is basically a statue in this game, man. His stroke, try to shoot with him on this game. His stroke is so crazy. I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't even think I've attempted more than one shot with this guy on this game. But tie game, man. Tie game, 66 all. And then Scottie Pippen takes it to the rack, man. I don't know. That dunk, I don't know. Something didn't look right about that dunk. Maybe he took off too fast or something. I don't know. Something wasn't right. I'll take it because I didn't want to replay this. I wanted to unlock these teams and keep it pushing, man. I'm going to bring all these videos to you. They may not be all on my channel. Some of them might be on Game Face Studios. Some of them might be on Machinima Sports. who knows where they'll be, but I'm going to bring all of them. I'm going to put all of them on YouTube videos. And look at that. Scottie getting on defense and a dunk and a foul. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the Bulls could just string some points together on you real quick. And this is their last attempt. They're down by 3. Are they going to send it into overtime? Muggsy Bogues shooting a long 3, and it's no good. I pull it out, man. I unlock the teams. I was excited about that, man. A nice little comeback, nice little video for you guys. I'm going to show you the Michael Jordan highlight package, and I will get at you guys another time. Peace.